knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Watson now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the air yet again. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw. Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards.
And the Egyptians are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards on the pickup there. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Crisp. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Watson off play action. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Hendrickson.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the reception made by Grain.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Jackson from the shotgun. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now an option play on 2nd down.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Play action. Now Jackson.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. In motion right comes Green. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 17 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Jackson on first down.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Egyptians are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman as time expires in the first half. And the Egyptians will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing again is Watson.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Crisp.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen it.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They find some open field here. Touchdown! Nick Chubb
with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Jackson on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And Green with a catch left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Up the middle they go. Crisp. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
13. On 2nd and 9. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action with Jackson, and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
No, we change it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 37 yards. And the Egyptians will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All right.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Crisp
41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deion Jones able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Crisp. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, report. Hey. Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Egyptians are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So they bring out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
To the right side, this is Stevenson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here,
they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for our visitors,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.